Hello everybody, welcome to Eulennest, a cafe out here by the edge of the sea, as we can see. But I particularly ended up coming here because Ceakay Ballyhoo has a little art gallery going on here, a little art exhibit based on owls. So we're going to be taking a look at this cafe, and we're also going to be taking a look at that art exhibit. But it seems kind of like the cafe itself does have a little bit of a owl image going on with it, so pretty neat as well. The outside has a little bit of areas to sit down and take a nice view of the area. I'm pretty sure this is mainland. I didn't check the world map ahead of time, but just considering looking around, it looks very mainlandish. Even got a nice little stuffed owl here for us, too. And plenty of drinks. Also a nice little waterfall going on here. Not a huge one, but it has a nice little stream going through it. And the stream actually goes all the way from here to the other side of the little plateau we're on, I guess I would call it, and actually ends in a waterfall on the opposite end, I believe. Also some nice glowing flowers over there too. We also have these neat trees that are kind of bent over from the wind. Now I've seen these only in a couple spots in particular, but they definitely do look pretty neat here. But they definitely look like trees that have been through a massive storm or something. They're pretty neat looking. And I don't believe this place has its own environment or lighting going on. I think it's default. But I'm pretty sure we're at sunrise right now, so I'm guessing it's going to become more full day-ish as we move along here. Yeah, it looks like we're on a pier at the moment. Some nice little spots here by the sea, as I was talking about. Some nice little detailing with the rocks on the sea edge. But you can definitely see some other stuff going on off that way. Nice little gazebo here with a nice little dining set put out. There's also a little pelican, I think. I think that's a pelican that's giving a little cry. Looks like some of the pier has a little bit of wreckage going on with it. You can also see a nice little lighthouse off that way, which I think may be off sim. But overall, everything is quite nice here. We can see a little tropical island off in the distance as well. And we have a nice little drink dispensary going on here. It looks like it's hot chocolate, and I think the other one is apple cider. I'm pretty sure. I can also see some, I think it's spray of water coming from, I think it's the waterfall not too far from us. Looks like the other tank's not wanting to exactly tell me what it is. The hot apple cider. I've never actually had apple cider now that I think about it. I've had plenty of apple juice, but I've never had actual apple cider. I think it can sometimes be alcoholic, but I think it can be made without. I'm not actually sure on that count. It also looks like some lemonade there on the table. Let's take a look at this little statue thing here. It looks like maybe a sun or a sunflower statue of a sort, of a figure. We also got some ice cream going on here. And we actually ended up at the cafe at a different side, but I'm going to go ahead and try and get us over here a little bit more. We did kind of pass up a thing over here, which appears to be actually... Yeah, it looks to be a grave or memorial of some sort. Let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. Looks like whoever it was passed away in 2019. I've definitely come across a lot of graves here in Second Life over my time exploring everything, and it's always an interesting to think about what this person's story may have been with their time here. But now we can go ahead and finish up on the outer edge over here. And we'll get a nice little view of that waterfall that I was talking about before. Yep, here we go. Here's the lighthouse, first thing. And then we have this little bit of area down here, which appears to be a few advertisements for the cafe, along with a titling along the island here. Which is pretty neat. Go ahead and text refresh a couple things around here. Beer me. Okay. Got an ice bucket filled with beer. And I guess there's like some cigarettes and whatnot smoking. I think that's what the smoke's coming from. And there's that tropical island I was talking about before. It seems like there's a bit of birds around in the air around it and around us too. And the nice little waterfall I was talking about before. So the stream goes from one side of the island into waterfalling into the other. And a nice little view of the flowers in the stream. But now we're going to go ahead and check out the cafe proper. And it looks like we have a long table here filled with maybe appetizers. As it looks like there's some various fruit things about, but not too much. And they're like the smaller variety type of things going on. So I'm pretty sure they're appetizers. It looks like we have a few pictures and whatnot around. Outside of the art, I mean. As I believe the art exhibit is in the bordering room, not in this room. So we'll go ahead and save the border room for last. Can't quite say I understand what that is. I'm pretty sure it's either like Dutch or German, something along those lines. It does look like they have the stamp thing going on here that I saw at a couple other places that I've been to when I've gone to Ballyhoo. And we can see it actually right there talking about a passport stamp. We got a nice little thing here for a bit of time here. It's actually January 25th as I'm doing this, so some of that stuff's already done. But I'm guessing, I guess they have DJ sets here and whatnot. Got a full-on DJ set here, in fact. Technics. They also seem to have a lot of awards here. I don't think I've ever seen this many awards. And from the trophies, it looks like there's a fish on it, so I guess it must be some sort of fishing awards. Yeah, biggest catch total, biggest catch single. Definitely looks like they enjoy their fishing here. They must all be from the same type of, like, tournament type of thing, except for this one. I guess this one's a different one. But it is kind of neat to see how many trophies somebody has like that. And then we have the full-on, like, kitchen type area here with a lot of different things going on. Got pies, we've got drinks. We got ice cream treats here. Actually looks really good. I've never actually had one with, like, the waffle piece in it before. I wonder how much that changes things. Plenty of things on tap, it looks like. But I think that about does it here for the cafe itself. I think it's probably time to go take a look at the art exhibit. And as I mentioned before, it is Ceakay Ballyhoo with their art exhibit called Owls this time around. And it looks like it goes until the end of January. So this, by the time this video comes up, I guess this art exhibit's going to be gone. Oh, got a nice little drawing of some owls here. I bet this is, this looks like it might be another watercoloring. Because I know Ceakay Ballyhoo is really big in watercoloring. But you also got some, statue type owls going on here too. Oh, we even have something animated down there. Nice blue owl. Penetrating eyes. Just gonna go ahead and text refresh that, because sometimes the animated things can be, like, really hard to get to texturize properly. But it looks like this one's fine. Another owl statue. This one's more like like something you might see as a wood carving, I think. Kind of gives me that thought of it being like a wood carving. Oh, that's an interesting looking picture. And then we have a picture right here, another watercolor one, I think, and it has a cutout of the owl in the picture too, right next to it, which is pretty neat. I'm thinking another owl with some really penetrating eyes. This one looks like barn owls, perhaps? It's a nice little landscape behind them. This is the one from the art gallery board we saw coming in here, I think. Glowing eyes with that one. Nice little soaring owl with I think they have glasses on, in fact. Neat little detail. Then we have some owls hanging out with some hats, even one wearing an eye patch. Pirate owl. And then one very traditionally in the wilderness here. We got a nice snowy landscape for one, too. Snow owl. They're blurring up a bit. Sometimes they do that. I'm not quite sure what makes them re-blur, but... And some very long leg owls. Yeah, it looks like we have an owl that's in a bubble here, in fact. Yeah, it's definitely in the air bubble, I guess I would call it. Soaring around in it. And then we have another owl that's kind of just soaring around in the air. But overall, I think that's about it for the art exhibit and for Eulennest. Nice little cafe spot. If you guys want to take a trip over to here, you can as well. I'm sure they'll probably have another art exhibit of some sort up by the time this video goes up. So I'll see you guys then.